All right, we're down to our last step. And I know it feels like it's a lot, but really you're going to be using these materials over and over again. So we are at the part where we want kids to do an exit ticket. So we want to make a new interactive slideshow for them to actually do this, because for this lesson they need to circle groups, they need to redraw groups for these two problems. So we don't need to start all over again. We're going to go back to our original lesson. Now, I added two things to it. I added a slide so kids know to answer the question in their classroom. I added the link back to their classroom and then the next direction. And then I added a slide where I would say, join me for our live session on Zoom. And then I could add the link in there as well. When they're the student when we assign this to them actually in the classroom, we're going to make a copy for each student so that we can get that turned back in. Now, I want to make an exit ticket. I'm going to make a copy real fast and I can do selected slides. So I want to make sure I select those slides first. I want to do this slide, and this slide, just because. Good. Because I want to already have some of the things that are circled on there and I don't want to make them again. So I am going to file, make a copy of my selected slides. I'm going to call this Grade 2, Module 6, Lesson 1, Exit Ticket. Again, you can put it in the right folder when you do this. I'm not going to take the time to do that at this exact moment. Okay, so if they need the video, you could keep that in there. If you don't think that they'll need the video to refer back to, you could take it out. I might keep it in there in case they forget or want to go back to something in order to refresh their memory. So we had a slide where we set this as the background. We're going to do the same thing with these problems. Now, these are pretty big problems, so I'm going to make two different slides. So Control-Shift, circle the group of hats. Wonderful. Should come up in my screenshot has been taken. I'm going to slide down, do the same thing here. My screenshot has been taken. I'll drop both of those files into my Google Drive like I've done with all of my other images. Come on. Recent. We've been working a long time today, guys. All right. Highlight, Control, so I can grab both of them. Drag them over, hover over my drive. It should drop them right in there. I copied them over. Here we go. We're going to go back to this module. I am going to go to slide, change the background, choose my image, go to Google Drive, and recent. Once I go to recent, they should be the first couple images I see. So once that comes up, I'm going to pick my first image. Remember that if you can't see your images like this, you can toggle your view here from list to these tiles. So this was my first one. I want to insert. Done. All right, now I might figure out which group of hats I actually would like to use to make this fit. I'm not sure if this will fit best. I'm going to grab all of these. I want to resize it a bit so it'll fit. Oh, it's got to fit 4 hats. Good thing I read that. Okay, so now I've resized it. Now I will drag that up there. And now this is available for kids to drag down one at a time and make their groups. Wonderful. Now I'm going to duplicate this. So Control D. I don't want to have to remake the same circles again, and it's possible one of those circles will fit. So for my first slide, I'm going to delete that circle. I'm not going to be using it. So I grab all of them, backspace, it's gone. This is no longer problem sets. I'll delete that as well and make sure I delete that from this page. Cool, it's gone. All right, on this screen, this is my second question. I'm going to change my background again. I'm going to choose my image. That is my second problem. Done. Okay, redraw the smiley faces for this one. So you have the choice to resize this to be the smileys, or we can snip. Let's snip these so that it looks the same and the kids don't get confused. So Control Shift. I'm going to grab my smiley. Wonderful. Copy that and paste it. I'm going to resize it slightly. Okay, that should fit in this group. So Control D, I want 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. I'm going to take all of those. We're going to realign them like we like to do. Center. If I do this horizontally, that'll go up and down. I hate that. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to do vertically to the middle. Wonderful. Okay, there they are. I've dragged them up. Now students will be able to drag them into each of those circles. Last step, I am going to make my text box so that they can write in it. I'm going to change the weight of it so they know that they're supposed to write there. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to rename this first slide. If computers could just work today, that'd be wonderful. I'm going to rename this Exit Ticket. And then you could remind students they can go back to the video if they would like. Okay, I've got both of my resources now for kids for this week. So I'm going to go into Miss Kuhn's classroom. I am going to create an assignment. Okay, in this assignment, I can add both things. So I can add, this will be great. This will be lesson module 6, lesson 1. You might call it lesson 1 if that helps you. I would also put a date. This will be for 4/6/20. Okay. This will be complete the classwork before our live session. Complete the exit ticket after our live session. Actually, I'm going to attach them as 2 different things. Complete the classwork before our live session. Turn in. Okay, so add from my drive. Again, this should be in my recent files. There it is. If you want to make this just one place for kids to go to turn things in, you can do that. If you want to make 2 different assignments, you can do that as well. Let's make it 1. It'll be, actually, let's make it 2, so then we can push them out at different times. Again, I'm thinking out loud through things. Now it's making sense. We're going to make a copy for each kid because we want each kid to turn in their own. I'm going to make sure that only my math students are checked here. Great. No points. It's ungraded. I have a due date. I want to do April 6th again. I want to do 9:30 a.m. If you're thinking again that kids might, you can always go back and readjust that time if you think kids might not be able to turn it in at that time. I want to align it with my topics. It's in math. All right. Now I don't want to assign it yet because I don't want them to see it yet. I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow. I'm going to schedule it for my live time. Maybe my live time is 9:30 a.m. That's when I would want it to populate so then I can show them that screen in my live session. I'm going to show them that they can access that from the stream, and because it's scheduled, they can't see that yet. And I'm going to show them that they could access that from their classwork. In their classwork, they'll see it under math. I'm also going to schedule my next one, my exit ticket. So that is another assignment. Exit ticket, lesson 1, module 6. Complete the exit ticket after our live lesson. Okay, same thing. I'm going to go to Google Drive. I'm going to add my slideshow again. This is my interactive slideshow for them. There's my exit ticket. I probably want to put the date here again, don't I? 4/6/20. Okay, change it from students can view to students can, make a copy for each kid. Again, make sure that all of your kids, this is for your math class. I know it feels like a couple extra clicks, but in the long run, this makes a lot of sense to kids and it makes it a little bit easier on yourself. You can also schedule everything. Okay, 4/6, and I want this time, actually my exit ticket, I want due before they come to my live session on Wednesday. So I probably want this done by Tuesday, probably Tuesday, let's say Tuesday around 2 p.m. I want to make sure that I can see what they've done if I need to cover anything. I'm going to align it to my math topic. And then again, I'm going to schedule this so that they can't see this and they can't do this until after our live session. So schedule. It could be something that you do during your live session. It might be something you don't want them to do until way after your live session. Let's say your live session ends at 10:30. Schedule. Oh, whoops. I said 10:30 p.m. Oh my goodness. I need to edit that. Yeah. Easy to edit. Click on the 3 dots, go back, fix it. Which one? No, that's right. Oh, I don't want this to be pushed out tomorrow afternoon. That's the one I messed up. Oh my goodness. I want this to be pushed out during my AM session. Okay. Phew. All right. So now I have all of my math sessions set up. My module set up. The only one that is live right when you give it is the discussion question. You can give this in a different kind of format. You could just have them make a video, but these other ones are scheduled and ready to go. You don't have to worry about pushing them out to kids. They're ready for you to push them out to students. So again, they could go to your actual topic of math, or they can go to your stream and they'll see within the stream, it'll pop up right away. It'll tell them when it's due. Easy peasy.